Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my review, finally, of Pink Tape by Lil Uzi Vert. This is his 3-year return to music after dropping Eternal Take and the bonus or deluxe edition of that in 2020. Fans have been waiting very eagerly, not so patiently, for him to come back with new music, because he has been teasing since pretty much since the drop of Eternal Take. And we got some tracks and an EP in 2022 with Red and White leading up to Pink Tape, but people kind of left that seeming dissatisfied. I think I was amongst those people. I mean, I took away a few tracks from it, but overall they were not great. Definitely not his best work. Some songs I did really like, but as a whole it was I would say a miss in general. Probably his worst project to be released, even though it's technically an EP, but it is 9 songs. So this album is long as hell. It is 26 tracks, so I'm not going to try and memorize anything. I have my notes here, and I'm honestly just going to try and save some time for myself and for you, whoever's watching, and just read my notes for each track and just try and go through this as fast as I can. Some songs I may linger on and talk about more, but yeah, this is Pink Tape, and these are my thoughts. First off, Loaded the Face, best song, definitely. I feel like without a doubt, this is what everyone agrees on that. Not sure if it's a great way to open with your best song, because then you can kind of only go down from there in a sense, but best song in my opinion. Suicide Doors, I think it's the best rage song on the entire project, and I would say it even stands up to a lot of Playboi Carti's rage songs that he did on a whole lot of Red, and I really like the energy that Uzi has on this track. I think it is a extremely fire beat. That gritty line, thanks Travis, pretty cringe, but I do like their chemistry on this track between the two of them, and I think overall it's a really good song, just despite that one line. Crush 'Em, I think is good but not great, and I actually really like the repetitive chorus. Amped is just a shittier Crush 'Em. It is. It's not great. X2, beat carried, but still a good song. Died and Came Back, nothing memorable, in my opinion. Spin Again, don't think it's memorable. That Fire is another miss. I think this one is just straight bad. Not sure what was going on while making this song. I think this is amongst one of the worst tracks on the entire album. It's just kind of a ridiculous song. Yeah, easy skip. I Gotta, kind of basic for Uzi, but I think it's still good, and for me, I still return to it. Endless Fashion, it definitely has some extremely cheesy lines, but it's not too bad. I like it. Mama, I'm Sorry. I like the sentiment of like what the song's about, him apologizing to his mother for basically like the way he's been. It's a good song. All Alone, fuck me, you gave Mercedes. Fire. Nakamura, I think it's a really hype song, and I think it would have been an awesome closer to kind of end on a high note. And this would probably be, I would imagine, the best song to see live. Maybe next to I would say. This is probably one of the best songs. Just Wanna Rock. I have not really been a huge fan of this song since it came out. Just not for me. I feel like there's really not much going on. There's really a build up to nothing, no drop, and it feels just like it's got nothing going on for it. Pretty empty in my opinion. Fire Alarm, I absolutely love this track. This is the experimentation I want to see Uzi do, and honestly the kind of stuff I thought maybe he was going to lean into more. Unfortunately he did not, and I really like the 100 Gex inspiration. I think that a lot of people, since they have come out, have been doing a lot of stuff like them, and I think this is pretty close, and I really like it. I like this one a lot. CS. I commend Uzi for trying to cover Chop Suey. It's, of course, not as good as the original, but I commend him for it. I don't think he should have put a full cover like this on an album. I don't like when artists put covers on albums, as like your album is supposed to be, I feel like, fully your work, unless it is a almost complete reimagining of the song, which this is not. I feel like Uzi could have just put this out as like a single or something, and like people who like it can visit it, but like it definitely brings down your album a lot, in my opinion. I mean, it's just a big sore thumb that sticks out in the middle of the project. It could have been like one of those the Triple J like a version songs where you see, you know, artists doing different renditions of other people's songs, like how Denzel Curry did Bulls on Parade, which wasn't different, but it was good. That's what Uzi could have done for this. Not sure what he was thinking there too. Werewolf. I am not a fan of the shrilly screaming. I find a lot of that to be pretty incomprehensible at times, and it's just, I personally, when I hear screams in metal music, this is not the kind that I like. I like to be able to like really follow along and kind of not have that blaring like that in my ear. But everything else is super fire. I'm just not a big fan of that first verse. Bring Me the Horizon really carries this song. Pluto to Mars. Pretty good. I'd say good return to form. Nothing crazy, but kind of standard Uzi. Patience. I'm about to ascend to this song. Second best on the album. Days Come and Go. Good, moody, introspective. It's a vibe. Rehab. One of Uzi's, if not actually Uzi's deepest song. And I think big ups to him for putting a song like this on the project and getting really real with it. Am I a huge fan of it? Not necessarily, but I do think the lyrics are really good, and he does a good performance on this, just not personally for me. The End. Not for me. As a lot of people have been saying, this is just it's just an anime intro. That's all it is, and that's not for me. Zoom, I think it's actually really fire. I know some people say it's like too, I guess, lazy of a performance, but I actually really like the laid back vibe that Uzi has on this. In my opinion, it is easily the best of the 3 bonus tracks. Of course, it's like okay, I guess, and Sade is mid. Certified mid. It is probably the most forgettable song on the entire album. Yeah, that is all 26 songs. I did that pretty quick. But, yeah, those are my, pretty much my explanations and how I feel about each one. I would say I like 16 of the tracks. I think that's what I counted. Yeah, I like about 16 of the tracks. Unfortunately for Uzi, when you have a 26-track album, having 10 misses is pretty dire to your scoring, in my opinion. Some people may say, oh, you know, that's well over half, you know. That's not really that bad. But 10 misses is still 10 misses. It's a lot it's almost half of your album that, you know, someone, me personally, is not liking. And I know I'm not alone in that sentiment. I know a lot of people feel that way, that there is a lot of misses on this. I guess this sort of just feels like a in-between area for Uzi. I'm not sure in what direction he's going to go next. I would like to see him do more experimentation, such as Fire Alarm and Werewolf and stuff like that, but I am afraid if that will bring us more CSs, because I don't think anyone wants that. So, yeah, it's a complicated project. It's hard to talk about in full, in my opinion, because it's so all over the place. It almost doesn't feel like a proper album, but hey, that's what Uzi did. And yeah, I would give this a 57%. tell me what you think about this. I know a lot of Uzi fans are pretty torn on this, so yeah, that's my opinion. Please subscribe to see more. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.